Well, hello, my lovelies. Scat. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are returning, and thank you so much for all of your support. So I originally was going to, I was feeling called to do a video about twin flames. And in an attempt to free up some space on my phone, because my videos can only go like as long as like 7.5 minutes. An attempt to free up some space, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through some pictures and videos and everything. And I have a ton, probably not as much as a lot of people do, but I had like almost 1,000 pictures from my Snapchat. And so I was just going through like deleting a bunch, and a lot of those were like videos and pictures from when I went to Aftershock. I went to Aftershock a couple of times between 2018 and now. And I took so many, and I just went through and deleted like over 100 pictures and videos. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I fucking cried. I just had like such a release of emotion crying. I didn't think I was going to do anything. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm ready to release these. I had those experiences. Those were amazing. But if I'm being completely honest with myself and everybody else, I really feel like that is all of that is aligned with a past version of myself, whom I love and adore and cherish so much. And I cherish all of those memories. But the beautiful thing about those memories is they're up here, they're in here. Um, they're just not available for me to share on social media. But like I said, like it's not really aligned with who I am as a person. And don't get me wrong, I still have a ton of pictures on there. Like my ex and I took a trip to London, and then an impromptu trip to Paris while we were there. And so we had a ton of experiences. We got to go to the Louvre. We got to go to the Eiffel Tower, which was cold as shit. It was so freaking cold and rainy, and we were up there. It was windy, and we're just like, this is so awesome. It was so cool. But the thing is, like, you get to, experience those things, and you're like, okay, that was either cool or it was not cool. But yeah, so I felt like I need to do a video about this instead, and hold off on doing my twin flame video, which I feel like people are really need to hear, especially right now, for those that are resonating with being on a twin flame journey, or like you've been feeling this way for a really long time, like you've always been searching for that, you never knew what you were searching for, and then you kind of like came across the information, you're like, oh, this is what it is. And yeah. But so I felt like this was probably a more appropriate video considering my release of emotion, because it kind of ties into my last few videos talking about having to release things to make room for new stuff. So and I want to make a note about like being transparent. That's what I feel is so important about my channel, and it's all about speaking truth. Because we've lived in a world that has done the complete opposite. It's been nothing but deceit and control. And so it's really, really important for me to speak my truth. And that involves being honest and transparent. Like that's what being truthful is, right? So within the last few months, I want to say between August and just recently, I had two exes of mine, and like the first two relationships of my life, the first 10 years of my adulthood. I had both of them return at different times in my life, both during Mercury retrogrades, which if you don't know any or aren't familiar with planet retrogrades, or specifically Mercury, a lot of it has to do with things coming back. It's all about revisiting things. It's all about yeah, revisiting, rethinking, reevaluating, stuff like that. You catch my drift. And so I knew this was coming because I've been following my intuition very, very heavily this year. And so when I'm getting guidance, I'm getting signs, signals, messages, hey, yeah, somebody's coming back, and it's usually for reconciliation. um, I listen to that. And so that's exactly what happened with both of them. I knew they were both for reconciliation. I wasn't entirely sure the nature of both, but I had this deep down feeling that they were also tests. Um, and they were, and really what it was just people deciding to continue with the same cycles instead of choose something new. And they were coming back into my life as tests, like, okay, are you going to continue on this new path that you've been choosing, or are you going to go back to an old cycle? And they were very, very loud and clear messages to me. I won't go into details exactly, but I guess the gist of it is basically people coming back and trying to show up like they're healed to match my energy, because I've been working on a lot on healing and everything. When you heal and you release old trauma and baggage, energetically speaking, it makes you lighter, and you actually come up to a higher vibration than what we've been vibrating at. We've been vibrating at a really low density. And that's all shifting. So as you're shifting, you vibe at a higher level. People that are vibing on a low level, staying in repeated cycles, doing the same shit over and over again, trust they're not going to be able to stay in your energy for very long. And if they show back up, it's going to be during a retrograde, and it's going to be so that you have to reevaluate this. It's a sign. It's coming to you for a reason. So yeah, I just feel like I really needed to get on here and share that with people. I know we're past retrograde, Mercury's gone direct and everything, but it's still food for thought. I don't think you have to wait necessarily for retrogrades to reevaluate things in your life and to make changes that you're feeling called to make, to do. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there, and like I said, I will get to that twin flame video and get that posted here when the time is right. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you. Love, light, blessings always.